Dear viewers, why does one party keep winning? Even when anger exists, prices hurt, and protests fill the streets. That's the question Maharashtra is quietly asking itself. Because this isn't just about one election. It's about a pattern. Assembly elections, local body polls, urban wards, rural pockets. Again and again, the scoreboard tilts the same way. So let's slow down, strip away party slogans, forget TV shouting matches, and actually understand 5 real reasons why the BJP keeps winning elections in Maharashtra. Hello, I'm Tejas and you're watching Honest Take on Lokmat Times. This video isn't praise, this isn't outrage, this is an only viable explanation for people who keep asking, how does BJP keep winning every election? But before we give you the answer, you know the drill. Please do subscribe to Lokmat Times if you haven't already and press the bell icon to never miss an update from Lokmat Times. The Devendra Fadnavis led Bharatiya Janata Party isn't just winning in Maharashtra. It is sweeping, it is dominating, it is practically killing all the opposition. But how did this happen? How did a party brutally beaten in the Lok Sabha elections make such a massive comeback? 132 seats won in the following assembly elections, 117 municipal president posts won in local body polls. When you add the figures of its alliance partners, the Mahayuti keeps crossing 70% seats. That is utter domination. But how does it happen? What did the BJP do to make this turn around? Let's understand one by one, reason by reason. Reason number 1, money that reaches before the speech does. Here is the thing no opposition speech could match. Every month, rupees 15,000 lands quietly in a woman's bank account. No stage, no banner, no leader shaking hands, just a phone message and relief. The Ladki Bahin scheme wasn't designed to change lives forever. It was designed to ease pressure today. Cooking gas, school fees, medicines, bus tickets, small things that decide daily survival. And that's exactly why it worked. Opposition leaders promised more money, bigger numbers, better intentions. But voters don't vote on future imagination. They vote on present memory. When a government sends money before asking for votes, it flips the relationship. The voter is no longer waiting, he is already receiving. That creates loyalty without speeches, gratitude without slogans, and most importantly, habit. Month after month, the government reminds you it exists. Quietly, personally, that's not charity, that is political design. Reason number 2, turning identity into a shield. After the BJP's Lok Sabha setback in mid-2024, something changed. They stopped trying to convince voters they were better administrators. They started telling voters they were safer together. The pitch was simple, emotional, and relentless. If Hindus divide, they lose. If they unite, they survive. It didn't matter whether the issue was jobs, inflation, or reservations. Everything was reframed as identity at risk. Batenge to katenge. Elections stopped being about governance and became about belonging. Once that frame sets in, logic doesn't matter much. Caste anger fades, economic frustration softens, grievances get postponed because fear is louder than inconvenience. What this really did was collapse multiple voter blocks into one emotional group. When people stop voting as Marathas, OBCs or urban workers and start voting as Hindus, coalition math becomes brutally simple. Opposition parties never cracked this frame. They argued policy, the BJP argued existence, and existence usually wins. Reason number 3, dividing caste without saying the word. This part is rarely discussed honestly. While the big speeches talked unity, the ground game did the opposite, quietly, precisely. Maharashtra's OBC population isn't one block, it is hundreds of smaller castes, tailors, carpenters, weavers, artisans, communities that rarely get attention until election season. The BJP did not treat them as one crowd, it treated them one by one. Separate corporations, separate schemes, separate assurances, a message tailored to each group. You matter, even if you are small. At the same time, the Maratha reservation agitation created tension. The BJP did not lead the protest. It did not crush it either. It simply let OBC fears grow. Fear of losing quotas, fear of dilution, fear of being pushed aside again. In politics, fear doesn't need shouting. It just needs direction. The result? OBC consolidation against Maratha dominance, especially in regions where Maratha politics once decided outcomes. That's check and met to the caste politics while doing caste politics. Reason number 4, an opposition that never told one story. Let's be blunt, the BJP did not defeat an united opposition. It defeated three parties sharing a stage, not a vision. Congress spoke the language of constitutional danger, Shiv Sena UBT spoke nostalgia, NCP Sharad Pawar spoke experience, none of it came together. There was no shared face, no shared future, no single sentence that explained what Maharashtra would look like under them, and voters sense confusion instantly. When one alliance looks like it knows exactly what it wants and the other looks like it is still negotiating internally, voters choose certainty, even when they are unhappy, even when they complain, because confusion feels riskier than disappointment. Opposition campaigns felt reactive, like replies, not arguments. Every BJP move was answered, never anticipated. In elections, the side that sets the question usually wins. And reason number 5, the return of the operator. There is one factor analysts often underestimate: competence perception. And in Maharashtra politics, that perception has a name: Devendra Fadnavis. Love him or hate him, voters believe he runs a tight ship. After losses, he did not disappear, he recalibrated, took responsibility, changed strategy, reduced noise, increased ground control. Instead of relying only on national leaders, he focused on booth math, caste equations, alliance management, and turnout discipline that sends a signal to voters: this person knows how power works. In politics, belief in competence often matters more than ideology. People may disagree with policies, but they still vote for someone they think can deliver, especially when the alternative looks unsure. Put these 5 pieces together and you see the pattern: money that arrives before promises, identity that overrides anger, caste managed without public confrontation, an opposition that never found its voice, and a leader who projects control. The BJP did not just win elections, it redesigned how elections are won in Maharashtra. The uncomfortable truth for the opposition: beating this model requires more than slogans. It needs patience, unity, resources, and a story that feels stronger than fear and more reliable than cash. Until then, the results won't change much. They will just repeat, and Maharashtra will keep asking the same question after every election: how did this happen again?